I was late. My fault. I was late. I was going to Canada with some business associates of mine, but I was late. I made us 2 minutes late to the 40-minute check-in window at LAX for this airline. The airline, I don't want to tell you their name, it rhymes with Airlines. Now, I get all the way through security with my friends and we get up to the thing, and I said, I'm so sorry, not security, I mean to the lady, and I said, I'm 2 minutes late for the 40-minute check-in. Can you please get us in there? And she goes, no, I'm sorry, I can't. I said, well, what's the next flight? She said, the next flight's half an hour later. You could probably make that, and there's also one at 9 o'clock in the morning. And it's a direct flight. And I said, okay, great. So you got to help me out here. So what would you do if you were me? She said, well, I wouldn't be late next time. Now, some people applaud that. Good for her, teaching you a lesson. Good for her. If you've ever been a passenger in an airline, you travel as much as I do, your initial response might be, get your manager right now. So instead, what I said was, I said, all right, fine, I get it. My fault, no big deal. So this is when that use it thing was starting for me. And I said, I'm not going to get mad at her. I'm going to put myself in her perspective for a minute. She's dealt with 100 people like me this morning. She got up at 3 a.m. to be here to put up with people like me to make half of what I make. That's no fun. So I'm not going to be mad at her. I'm mad at myself a little bit. Move on with the day. I get back in line. I wait for the next person. I wait for the next woman. I walk up to her and we say the same thing. I say, look, my fault. We were late. Instead of that flight, we're trying to decide on which flight to get. Can we still make that half an hour flight? And if not, should we take the 9:15? Maybe you can help us make a decision. What would you do? Different person. I wouldn't be late next time. Same exact comment. Well, now I have to do it. Can I just see the supervisor for a second, please? Sure. And people, when they have to go with their supervisor because they know they've upset you and they think they're right and you're wrong, this is how they walk away. And they're talking to their supervisor like this. So I didn't see her talking to her supervisor. I'm just guessing that's what she did. So her and another woman start walking towards us. Who is the supervisor? First woman. I said, you know what? We're good. We'll take the 6:30 flight. Thank you very much. Now, if that were the end of the story, that'd be funny. It's not. One more piece of it. So now what we do is we go through security. We get all the way. Security took forever. Long story short, they drove us all over the place. We finally get to our gate for the 6:30 flight. Missed it by 3 minutes. They pushed back. They were gone. Now we have one flight option right around 9 o'clock. We walk up to a woman that's standing behind a counter, ticket agent. Inside now, we're in security. It's a little less stressful in there sometimes. And I said, listen. And she has a stack of paperwork that she's working on. I said, listen, I have got a story to tell you. She goes, yes. And again, not taking it personally, I just said, first, I need a hug. She goes, yeah, me too. And one of the people with me says, he's not kidding. So she goes, fine. She walked out. She came over here. She gave me a hug. Somebody says, aw. It was a nice moment. She looked like my mom. She was so sweet. She walks around. She gets behind the counter. She picks up her paperwork, moves it, and says, let's get you to Canada. She books us on the 9 o'clock flight, not standby, which is what we deserved. She gave us seats in a bulkhead section. When you're 6'5", the bulkhead is like first class without food. Not only that, she called to make sure our bags would make it to Canada because they were on a different flight. That's a person using it, a person not taking it personally. That's how it has affected my life. I see that happen to me at least 10 times a day. My relationship with my family, with my clients, with everyone has changed dramatically because of this.